Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am back with a everyday makeup tutorial. So my last makeup tutorial, I did a bit of a Q&A and didn't really tell you what it was that I was using. So everything that I've got on my face is what I use all the time, or maybe something that I've bought recently that I absolutely love and have like non-stop worn. If you want to know how I create this makeup look, it's also a bit of a makeup routine on how you cover up acne, because this side of my face here, I'm not sure if you can see on camera or not, you can probably see like lumps. I've got really bad spots underneath here, so it's how I cover those up, what I use to cover it up. If you want to know, keep bloody watching. Right, so I'm going to be using this as my mirror. Oh my god, look at all these eyelashes stuck on the back of it. I wonder where my eyelashes go missing. I totally shoved them in my makeup bag and then they get bloody stuck on my eyeshadow palette. Anyway, is it even an eyeshadow palette if it's not covered in makeup? I am guilty of being one of the messiest people in the world probably, and that is how it's going to be. I'm not cleaning it because I don't care enough. I'm going to show you sort of how I cover up my spots, because don't know why, but this side of my face is completely fine, no spots, and then this side has just completely broken out. I had to like squeeze 3 of them this morning because they were white, and it's not a vibe, but I'm going to show you how I cover it up. And I'm going to talk through the products that I'm using, because it's going to be kind of like my new everyday makeup routine, plus how to cover up spots. First things first, I use the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in shade 29N, light medium, and I pop that on my eyelids. Just literally one little swipe like that is enough, because this is actually, it's a very full coverage concealer. I've only recently maybe started using it for about a month, I'd say, and I'm obsessed with it. I used to use the NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard. I do still use that, but sometimes, only sometimes. I feel like the NARS one isn't as thick, and I love thick concealer. When I was in LA, I went to Sephora and bought just like a makeup brush set from Sephora, because I haven't bought new makeup brushes in God knows how long. So it doesn't actually like say it's rubbed off concealer something. So it's literally like a flat brush like this. So what it does is quite good for, I think people actually use it for under their eyes, but I don't. I only literally use it for this part of my makeup. But it's quite good for like cutting out your eyebrows. So you get right underneath there. Blend that in all over the eyelid. Make sure you get right under the eyebrow. I'm definitely not, you know, a makeup artist, but this is just how I do my makeup every day, and lots of you always ask me. Once you've done that, it might look a bit crazy. I go to my beauty blender, which is so old. But you know when I actually feel like there's good beauty blenders and not good beauty blenders? This one's really squidgy and I don't even need to wet it. I actually don't like beauty blenders that you need to wet, so I then just blend that in so there's no like lines from the brushes. Dab that. And then next I use a fluffy brush. This is, I actually have a smaller like brush that looks like that. I can't find it. And it is by Revolution. This is actually a fluffy highlighter brush, but I would not use that for highlighter, it's too small I think. I'm just literally taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder. All of my makeup's dirty, so don't judge me please. And I just dab it in there, just a little bit, and swipe that across the eyelid just to set that concealer. So there's no colour in that or anything, it's literally just to set it so that it don't, I don't know, crease, or the eyeshadow doesn't move. Then I get a smaller, what is it called, this blending brush, again Sephora Precision Crease brush, looks like this. I'm going to go in with my No Filter Beauty palette by my makeup artist Lo and Vicky Patterson. They've collabed together and they've got their own makeup brand, and it's beautiful. They've got this eyeshadow palette and also some lip kits, and unreal, honestly. I'd recommend if you're looking for a good eyeshadow palette. It's very pigmented. Got like your bronzies here. These like glittery ones are so pigmented, they're unreal. I use a lot of like this section. And then you've got some colours around here as well. Like that's beautiful. I've never used that before. That one looks amazing. I use this one here. So I literally dab it like not much. Got that much on there. And just blend that in to crease of your eye. Now, I do feel like when you put eyeshadow on, it is really important you've got a clean brush. For a while, my eyeshadow just like wasn't it. I was like, why is this not blending properly? Like it looks crap. But it is because if you haven't got a clean brush, it doesn't blend as well. I mean, I didn't clean mine. I bought new brushes because obviously they were brand new. Maybe I had a crap brush. Blending it over here like this, and then smoking that out sort of in that where like your eyebrow bone is, like into the eyebrow. And then same again in the other eye. Now I feel like the trick is to probably start off with as little powder sort of on the brush as possible. And you can always like add on top, because if you go in and you've got loads on your brush, it makes it harder for it to all blend out. And then you could have one patch that's like darker than the rest, and it's not a vibe. So just keep blending and blending until you're happy with it. It is hard. I feel like makeup isn't easy. I used to watch so many YouTube videos when I was like, well, I must have been in school, so like 15, probably 15 onwards until I was maybe like 18. Just watching makeup videos and learning how to do it. I used to watch these YouTubers called Shani Grimmond and was it Michael Finch? No, Michael Finch. That's definitely a character out of American Pie. Finchy.
Michael Finch is the one.
Is that definitely his name? Yeah. His name's Michael Finch. Yeah, best mates with Shani. And they used to post the funniest videos, and they're both really good at makeup. So I literally just used to religiously watch them. CC Clark. I think I follow her on Instagram still. She won? Yeah, she's won. I definitely used to watch more than that though. Anyway, I take the same brush. Next, I'm going into this darker brown colour here in the corner, and I smoke that on the outer corner of my eye upwards. Sort of like as if it was like a wing, but it's I'm kind of doing like a smoky wing kind of thing. So I go right down here into the middle, bit of my eye, and just literally brush that in like a diagonal. I get so tired of doing wings. Like I do love a wing, it does look great, but it's so annoying, so long to do, like that. So you've got the sort of the effect of like that pulling your eye up into like a cat eye shape, but no pressure of actually doing a wing. That's just me being lazy, isn't it? But it works and I like it, so I'm not bothered. I want to get this No Filter palette. It's from, it's on Barry M sells it. It's not actually Barry M, but they're like a stockist for it. And I always do my eyes first because you can clean it up with the foundation and concealer. It's like a really just blown out. I know it kind of actually looks a bit extreme for every day, but you got to think I pretty much take pictures every day, and I can't bother to be doing a whole bloody makeup routine, cut crease, all that palaver, not doing it. So it's like still gives a bit of dimension to my eye, but really easy to do. Okay, then I curl my eyelashes. Right, then we take mascara. Where are you? Right, now this is the best mascara in the whole wide world. I never use anything different. I've tried loads. Don't care, it's the best one. And it's very dirty again. It's the Maybelline. Don't know what that means. Oh, maybe I got this abroad. It's in a different language. Maybe it's on the wrong side. Lash Sensational in Very Black. And the reason why I like it is because it doesn't transfer onto your makeup. Like, doesn't like, you know, when you put mascara on, it doesn't go up there or like down here. It makes my eyelashes look really long. And I think I just like the shape of it. This is the really nice shape because it is easy to sort of curve around your eyelash. It's like got the natural shape of your eye. So sometimes I put eyelashes on, sometimes I actually don't. I just leave mascara on. But today I'm going to use my Eyeshadow Millie lashes, so I will pop them on and show you how I put my eyelashes. But I do that at the end. I like to see the whole look come together at the end. When you put your lashes on, it's one of my favourite bits. Because you're like, right, I look like a nutter right now. And then at the end you're like, yeah, it's all come together. Brilliant! Right, so I just got a bit of mascara on the lid and now I've taken off like whatever was there. I'm going to go into this like light shade and put that in the inner corner of my eye. Brighten that back up again. Right, I'm going to leave that for now and then start on my base. I bought a new foundation. So I bought the Hourglass foundation and I bought the MAC. Oh my god, it was a foundation that I used to use when I was in school. And I saw an advert for it on MAC and I was like, oh, I need to try this again because I used to love it like back in the day. Let me show you which one it is. The MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It's even got SPF in it, which is really good. And then the Hourglass foundation is the stick. This one. The lady in the shop said you like warm it up on your hands first, so I'm just going to do that. Right, what I normally do, but I've just literally put foundation on that. This is a mess. I get that fluffy brush, like one like this, like a powder brush, and tiny bit of powder, and I actually powder the spots. I'm just going to do the ones that aren't got foundation on. And what that does is it sort of, you've just popped a new spot. It sort of creates a cover over it and that makes it less oily. And sometimes when you try and put foundation over a spot and it is a bit like fresh skin, it doesn't stick. So putting a little tiny bit of powder on before you put your foundation on, it does help. So I'm going to go yes, that, and then go in with the MAC. I'm using this foundation brush it's the Sephora one, and it's just a normal flat foundation brush like that. You know, to cover up some spots, it needs to be a full coverage bad boy, so just got this, dab a bit like that. I kind of use the two because I think the Hourglass is a little bit too dark for me, and then the MAC is a bit too light, so it sort of equals that out. Blend that in like that. It's very matte, these two together, but that's exactly what I like. I used to use a beauty blender like to blend out my foundation, but I used to, so I kind of use a lot of different foundations actually. Since like working with a makeup artist, not working with, but when I get my makeup done and like seeing what they use, I'm like, oh, I like that, you know, it lasted on my skin, and like get good tips and tricks and stuff from them, products. So the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, oh, I can't find it, literally cannot be asked. It's just the one that's in like a tube like this. This is the highlighter, but it's in the squeezy tube. That's what I use sometimes. I also was obsessed with the Dior Forever foundation. That is so nice. I also love Georgia Armani Silk. But for those who are, obviously I understand that it is a bit expensive. Those who are on a budget, I used to use, back when I actually had really bad acne, like this is like pre-Love Island, I used the L'Oreal Infallible Matte, which was one of my like ultimate faves, really full coverage. It was literally, I think like a tenner from Superdrug or Boots. I loved that. And I also used to mix it sometimes with Too Faced, Born This Way. I've been through quite a lot of foundations really, if you think about it. And this is just what I'm using at the moment. Don't get me wrong, probably will change. Sometimes I feel like your skin gets used to a foundation and then stops working as good. Such as me. Right, now if you feel like the spots aren't covered exactly how you like it, I'm going to do the same trick again and get my powder brush, powder those spots slightly, and then go back over with a bit more foundation, sort of laying it. It's not great, you know, you probably shouldn't be caking the spots, so this is like one off, like on the weekend if you've got a party or something, or you're going out and you want to cover it up, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend doing it sort of every day, because if you are struggling with spots at the moment, try not to wear as much makeup. Like, give your skin a breather. It is important to let your skin breathe and heal without clogging it up with all this makeup. That's our base done. Okay, so then we're back in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium and popping that under the eyes. I do it here in the corner at the edges on both sides. This is because this is quite thick, you don't need loads. Down the middle of my nose, like that, on the tip of my nose, and in on the cupid's bow, above the cupid's bow. Now this is better to blend when you leave it to dry. So I leave it to dry, and then whilst I leave it to dry, I do my cream contour. So I'm using the Pink Honey BFF Bronzing Face Frosting. Oh my god, that's a mouthful, isn't it? In Cookie Butter. This is what it looks like. And I'm going in actually with the same brush I use for my foundation because I feel like it's quite good. I literally do dab dab, cream contour, and then pop that on the tops of your cheekbones. People think contour, you go like under your cheekbones to make a highlight. I've been watching videos on TikTok and to make your face have like this uplifted look, you want to put it on your cheekbone and like sort of above. So in this area like that. Same again on the other side. Start off lightly and you can keep adding more like before. And then around the forehead, because that forehead definitely needs contouring. Like that, a bit smaller. Oh, and then I go under the lip as well. You could probably do it on jawline. Still leaving the concealer to dry. I use the Fenty contour stick, looks like this, in Truffle, and this is perfect for contouring nose. So this is the shape I make, like so. I leave that to dry and then go in with my beauty blender and blend out my concealer now. Isn't it weird, like the orders people create in their head to like when they do what on their face? Like some people do their eyeshadow like last, or oh my god, one of my friends, she used to put on concealer before her foundation. So she'd do concealer, but then put a layer of foundation on. It would still work, but it's not as like prominent. So blend that out. Again, I haven't wetted my beauty blender because I find it better when it's not wetted. Right up to that line in the contour. I get another brush. This is such an old brush. I think I used it in my last YouTube video. It's from Masked. And basically, it's got a slanted edge and then a fluffy brush at the end. And it says it's for your eyes. But I use this fluffy part and use that to blend out that nose contour. So I blend out the brown bits there and then do the concealer last. Then I get the beauty blender, bring that concealer back up there. So. Right, then next up, blusher, which is one of my favourite parts. I normally always use, this is cream blush, the Charlotte Tilbury, what is it even called? Highlight Beauty Light Wand in High Blush, which is always sold out, absolutely everywhere, all the time. It's like, Charlotte, it's obviously in demand, make loads more. You need to overproduce because everyone wants it, and now I've only got a little bit left and I'm gutted. So this is in Pink Gasm. So because I knew it was running out, I was like, oh, I went to the shop and they were like, no, I don't have it. But we've got the peach one. So this is the Glow Gasm Beauty Light Wand. And do you know what? I'm actually really enjoying the peach because it's got like a really nice highlight to it. So I'm actually going to use that today. So what I do, I've got another beauty blender for this because I don't want to use one for like that I use all my foundation concealer with. This is a different beauty blender. Pop maybe like 2 dabs like that on it and pop that on the apples of your cheek and bring it all the way up, sort of like on your highlighting bone as well. Oh my god, it looks just stunning. And then do exactly the same on the other side. That, and then whatever's left over on the sponge, take that and I'll put it on my nose as well. There, it's definitely not as pigmented as the pink one. Then I'm on to my bloody third beauty blender, and this one is just specifically for powders. So I'm just going to make sure that that under eye, because I'm going to bake under the eye, is properly blended out, no creases, because you don't want to bake on top of any lines and creases whilst we've been doing the rest of my makeup. So I just go in, flatten that out. I'm using the Laura Mercier again, literally it's in the lid. I dab sort of excess off of on my hand, and then go in, because that is where I get probably, like if I didn't do that, I would literally crease in about 10 minutes. So baking is like really important for me to do under my eye. Then, what I bought the other day, the Hourglass powder in shade Veil. She said go like this, unscrew it, tap. Oh, it will be in this little middle part here. She said that's enough to like fill your whole face. She said there was diamonds in it. I don't know how much I believe that. That sounds a bit crazy. She said there's also no talc in this one, and talc is what, you know, they put in powder to thicken it up, make it cheap, and it also has flashback. So I just then use this and go over the rest of my face. I've tried to bake with it under my eye. Definitely nowhere near as good. It's not a very good baking one. Sometimes if I'm like not going to be in my makeup all day, I won't actually powder my whole face, and I'll just leave it to be quite like, I've started to let it be a bit dewy, but I'm doing pictures and stuff today and it's probably going to be on all day, and if I don't do that my makeup will move, so the powder just sets it all in place. So I put a tiny bit of bronzer on. I'm using the MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish. Again, literally used to use this so much in school. And then I'm using a Revolution sculpting powder brush in R9. Put that in there like that. Put that where you sort of put your bronzing cream. Go on the nose, under there. And then I pop on a bit of blush. Real Techniques 400 brush, looks like that. Big fluffy powder brush. And I use the MAC powder blush in Fleur Power Satin. So this is what it looks like. This isn't on the MAC website, it's like fully sold out, but Lucinda wore it. She had it one day and I tried it and we went out, and oh my god, I was so blushed. The pictures came out so nice. I was googling like where I could find it to get it, and it was on Amazon for like 30 quid, which is obviously like a reseller, and absolutely ripped me off. But I feel like blushes just last really long, so I thought it's worth it and I really liked it, so why not. Highlighter. So I have this Sephora brush, just sort of like rounded. There's a highlight brush on it. So I'm pretty sure that on my last YouTube video, someone recommended this powder to me, because I was like, I need a new powder, what should I get? And it's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, pressed in Moonstone. Bought it and I like it, so put on that on the sort of highs of your cheekbone. There we go. Don't like to put too much highlight on because I don't want to look like Tin Man. And that for the face, done actually. Setting spray. Oh, actually I've done my eyebrows. So this is like this like Revolution eyebrow thing. I've had my eyebrows ombre micro bladed, whatever it's called. So I don't really need to do too much to it, but this is the Laminate Brow by Revolution, and I'm just obsessed with it. I love it. Got a, I mean, how disgusting is that? But that's like a clear gel thing, meant to be clear, but it's now brown from where I've like put stuff on it. Use that, brush up my eyebrows. Sometimes I think when I put like my makeup on, my eyebrows are a bit grey. God, how sad is that? So I've just put the gel on, and then the other side is like this like eyebrow slanted pencil thing. I'm just gonna go in and sort of fill it in a bit. Sorry, I so cannot speak whilst I'm doing my eyebrows. I'm gonna go back again in with the eyebrow gel, brush it out, and if you're looking at getting your eyebrows microbladed or ombre machine thing, I did. Her name, actually, her name was SDH Makeup on Instagram. Don't know what it is now. I remember looking the other day and she changed it, but I'll put it up on the screen for you. Then, like I was going to do, set my face with the Urban Decay All-Nighter. Now sometimes I saw this trick and people go back in with their like beauty blender I'm dipping it into my powder Laura Mercier. Finish it off whilst your face is still a bit wet. Go back into like where you baked, and apparently it makes your face look really good. But sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, is that real or not? I can't really tell or not. Let's pop on some eyelashes, shall we? No, why did I wear this? I've got makeup all over it. Oh, bloody hell. Makeup stresses me out. I'm actually not joking. It's stressing me out. Is this just me? Can anyone else relate? Put the eyelash on the eyelash. Put the eyelash on the eyelash. Put the eyelash glue on the eyelash. Right, trick with the eyelashes. With tweezers. So then we take the eyelash. So much easier using a tweezer in your fingers. I'd recommend that to anyone. Mascara on my bottom lashes. Got to pull the fucking shocked face. I don't know why I just swore I was like that. Okay, and then last but absolutely not least, lips. But let me just find it. Right, my go-to lip combo is Spice by MAC. I then use the Made by Mitchell liquid blush on my lips. So this one's Toasted Terracotta. I use peach sugar, and then I put Fenty Glow on top. So I go a bit under the bottom lip. This is what I learned from someone. And then don't overline the rest of the lip. Over the Cupid's bow. Overline that. But then don't overline this lip. Fill it in a little bit. The liquid blush, you could use any lipstick, but I use the liquid blush by Made by Mitchell. Like I said, shade Peach Sugar. Rub that in. I have been a bit obsessed with leaving it matte recently because it's less annoying when you're out and about and the wind's blowing in your face and whatever, but I'm gonna go in with the gloss because Fenty Beauty, it's a little mini one. This one, to be specific, is the Fenty Glow Fantasy. I think it might be a new one. And just... And that, my honeys, is the finished look. Peachy pinky glow, glossy lips, natural sort of smoky brown eye but not too extreme, glowy. Hope you like it, guys. If you want to know how I do my hair short as well, because I know a lot of you are asking that, how I style my hair with short hair. That is it. So I hope you enjoyed. All of the products are in this video. If I can be bothered, I'll put it in the bio. Probably won't. So if you like anything, note it down. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you do recreate this makeup look, then please tag me in it or whatever. Maybe comment what you actually want to see next on my YouTube, because I feel like I'm running out of ideas, but also feel like I'm not. There is still loads to do, but if there's something specifically that you want, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Love ya.